Mm.
That looks good.
These are good.
What is it basically? Just egg, sausage, and cheese?
Egg, turkey sausage, which I'm just like, why? And cheese. That's basically all it is.
I guess that was already like, let's be super lean. With
Yeah,
turkey
exactly.
Instead of pork. It's like, you should make a both version.
Exactly.
Was that pepper?
Mm-hmm.
Look at you.
And salt. So it needs tons of salt and pepper.
Tons of it though?
Well, tons of salt.
Okay. Well, that's good though.
Because it's like, imagine making eggs without salt at all. No, you just need salt. Exactly. So yeah, it needs salt.
And they'd rather do that, the person do that as opposed to the company. Because then they'll throw the numbers through the roof. That's smart. That's smart. I appreciate that.
Morning, guys. This is the Egg-Wich that I bought from Costco. It's like a sandwich, but literally just two egg patties, and this is a turkey sausage patty, and then there's there's a American cheese in there, and you just microwave it just like you would an old Jimmy Dean sandwich or something like that. Very good.
Here's the box it came in.
So the brand is called Reds.
Yep. So Reds, and it says, you see the keyword?
So
keto friendly.
It's very good in the fact, like right out of the package. In my opinion, it's not good because you need to add salt, just like you would eggs, but then it just sets it off, You could put some jalapenos on here, some hot sauce. I would put hot sauce, but I just wasn't feeling it today.
I mean, that is smart, though.
I'm going to say hi to all y'all when I finish my Egg-Wich.
Nice. Well, no, this is the infamous Egg-Wich.
Is it infamous?
Yeah, according to you.
Is it though? Okay, well, according to me, it's infamous.
Good morning, everyone.
We went on a 5-mile walk today. Richard, how long did your walk end up being?
3.1.
Not bad at all.
I know. I was really happy.
Richard turned back early to take care of the dogs, but me and Mom went on a long walk. Then I just dropped the dogs off, and I don't have any. We have to go grocery shopping today because I had my training all this past weekend, so we couldn't go. So I don't have any cello whisks. Yeah, and Richard was working. Yeah, you're right. On Friday when we normally go. So we don't have no food. So in that respect.
Is that the reason? So if it wasn't
these
for
Egg-Wiches,
cello whisks, she would be. If it wasn't for lack thereof cello whisks, you'd be eating something right now.
Because I'd be having my normal, morning thing.
I mean, these are nice too.
That is good, but they're just not normally part of my plan.
So the numbers different. The numbers are way off than a cello whisk.
Yeah, way more calories and protein.
Okay.
Not that bad actually though. Maybe I should substitute those for my cello whisks. I have to look.
I don't know. I mean, that was a you thing. Your cello whisk-aholic.
I am a cello whisk-aholic.
I'm so silly. Good morning, Beth. Good morning, Dama. Good morning, Aaron. TC. Good morning.
No, you guys, comment.
Well, why are they there?
Are you team toilet? Because you put it right there. Because you were like, oh, here, take this. I was like, this is not tissue. Yes, you did. I would have never. You guys, if there is one thing in my adult life that I spend money on, it's Kleenex, or it's actual tissues that you draw from a little box, because toilet paper is not the same as facial tissue. That's why it's called facial tissue. Yes, you did.
Always used to say, why would I have toilet paper?
Because you were like, oh, I don't have time to get you a toilet paper, so here, or a Kleenex, so here, take this.
You ran and the box was empty.
No. Okay, so you gave this to me, but instead of opening a new box, you thought they were substitutes.
Oh my God.
No, they're not. I had to go in and open a new box of tissue.
Because someone ran out of the Kleenex.
No. Good morning, Rebecca. Hello, good doctor. Hi, Melissa. Beth said, I wish they made those with regular sausage or with bacon. I know, right? The turkey sausage tastes fine enough, but it's just like, why, Good morning, Dana.
Go over the top
Rashana said, grand rising and happy Sunday, #WhackFam. How's everyone thus far? I'm doing good. Good morning, Shelly. Hi, JJ. Gigi's here, says, good morning, Mr. and Mrs. How are you today? Doing good.
Good morning.
Latanya's here, says, good morning, happy Sunday, WhackFam. You're right. Oh, Chris said howdy with the cowboy hat emoji. Hello, Chris. How are you? I tipped my cowboy hat to you. Yeah, there that is. D said, "Oh, I wish they had those so badly over here." Morning, it was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna,
the Costco thing.
That was quite satisfying, if I do say so myself. So we could potentially get some more. I am gonna look at that in terms of my my macros. That's a good idea.
That's nice.
Richard. Aaron said doing all the laundry this morning. We were doing all the laundry yesterday. So, in this household, once again, seeing as we both have control over our own, particulars and whatnot. Richard, my clothes were in the dryer. He's like, your clothes are in the dryer and I'm trying to do laundry. What do you want me to do with these? And I was like, yeah, you just take them out and set them down. Like, we don't fold each other's laundry. We don't start each other's laundry. Like, we don't manage each other's anything really, which is the best part. I will say the one thing that Richard does that, like, I don't really care about, but, I kind of gotten used to is making the bed. So he will make the bed. And you know what, guys? I'm being dead serious. If he just made his own side with his own cover and left mine all like messy, I wouldn't even mind, because it's just like, that's my side of the bed. And if I want it to be a particular way, I should make it a particular way. But here my husband goes, just making the bed, just all being nice and for me,
Gosh.
So, but yeah, so we did all the laundry yesterday. By we, I mean he mostly did laundry. So JJ said that gives me an idea to make a truffle sandwich. Yeah, that's where that went on. Yeah, that is where it went.
Silly.
Lisa said, what are they eating? Have tea, have a tea, blueberry niche cake, and possibly pork clouds. Hey, that's drawing right out of that swag bag. Absolutely.
I had one of those yesterday.
Mom is here. Hello, Mom. Let's see. Lisa said that looked like Scott's. Definitely not facial tissue. One ply too thin. I know, right? This is probably this is Kirkland, so it's good enough,
That's Costco.
D said toilet paper is emergencies only for blowing your nose. You're right.
That's what it was at the time. It was an emergency because
my husband gets so mad when I use a roll of TP for my nose. He's like, that's what we bought Kleenex for. Yeah, I mean that's how I feel. Chris said a roll of toilet paper is better than nothing.
I feel the same way.
It is better than nothing. However, we had additional all he had to do was open a new box of Kleenex. If we were completely out, then yes, this will work. But it was just, that box of Kleenex was empty. Take this toilet paper. It's like, no. That's why we have multiple boxes of Kleenex. That's all I'm saying.
At the time that we didn't have time, so it was an emergency.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. That's what emergencies are.
Good morning, Jennifer says. Good morning, Autumn. Richard, Whack and Mark fan from sunny Florida. We have time. So
you might in your mind.
Cynthia said, good morning, headed to Costco. I will look for those. Yeah, they're in the freezer section. Hopefully they still have them. To be honest, we bought them months ago. And you know how Costco just be like changing stuff in and out. So TC said, Chris, are you still camping? Which I wanted to know myself. So I will find the answer to that. D says, I love that it's turkey sausage. Not everyone eats pork and it's leaner. Even can't find non-pork sausage patties in Canada. I just had to take chicken links last night, make my own patties. Interesting. That is true. I mean, turkey is a lot more universal bet, I would say.
Well, I think
Chris said,
leaner.
Yes, we are still glamping. We will be heading home this afternoon, bringing the trailer home off the mountain today. That sounds awesome.
You got the trailer on
Did y'all see that Joe and Rachel bought a camping trailer too? I was like, is that the thing? Do we need a camping trailer? But we don't go camping.
I mean,
my whole thing is
like Chris and Joey do.
My whole thing is it seems a little like mixed message to me when you make something that's keto friendly, but then you also tout how lean it is, because if you know anything about the keto diet, it's not about shying away from fat or making things lean. So that's not necessarily a benefit, is all I'm saying. But I mean, it actually honestly tastes delicious. If you didn't tell me that wasn't turkey sausage, I wouldn't know the difference. So it was really good. Shelly said, same at my house, separate laundry, so much easier that way. I agree. Beth says, I have a whoopie pie cake pan. I'm going to try to make my own Egg-Wich sandwiches. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, that's a good idea.
Also, you're very particular about more than a couple of things.
You're right.
I never want to step on anything you do.
I agree.
I'm going to hear something else.
Thank you for attempting to wash my laundry, but actually I like doing it this way. So I'll just do it moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in my mom. I was very chores friendly when I was young, so I'm very experienced with laundry,
dishes
and everything in between. But I'm never going to do you because we didn't
really have to do that sort of stuff. Like, especially when we were younger, we never washed dishes in the house. In my granny's house, we only did our own laundry, like as old teenagers, up until then we didn't have to. So
I don't know. No,
I'm just really used to like only doing my own stuff.
At a young age, we sorted clothes. I know the reds and the whites and the lights.
I literally just throw everything in on warm. Yeah.
Well, that's not the way. Oh my God. Well, no wonder you don't wash my clothes then. Jesus.
And that's also why I would never wash someone else's clothes, because the way that they do it wouldn't be the same way No. Because I don't have whites.
Do you ever use bleach?
No, because I don't have whites. I thought bleach was only for whites.
Okay.
I
don't have white anything?
Not that I care to maintain white enough. No. No, I don't have anything. I don't have white blouses, white underwears, white towels. Wow. Nothing that I care enough about maintaining its whiteness that I would wash it separately with bleach. Everything in my house has a nice dinge on it. It's that's just been washed with something blue.
No, in my household, where everybody had to be self-sufficient and independent. No. You learned early on. I think it's 10 o'clock or 10 years old. I was cutting grass. My sister was.
Oh, see, we cut grass. We did outside chores. We just never did like domestic inside chores. Like, we were responsible for like putting shelves together and stuff like that. But my grandmother just did all the domestic chores. It was really, maybe that's how she liked doing it.
I was gonna say.
Joy said, just watched a video of you making breakfast sandwiches. So funny that you were eating that this morning. When was that? When would I have like made a breakfast sandwich? I used to do that though, because I used to put eggs and bacon and cheese. I used to remember that. Jeez Louise. I don't remember when that was. Gigi said, considering Richard's nose is not running, I think he did you a favor. Look, you guys, not only is it his job to anticipate my needs, it's his job to anticipate my needs in the way that I would prefer him to do so. Okay?
Nope.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm aware she can highlight those with magnifying glass.
Chris said, we are the trailer influence on Joe and Rachel. Joe went from making fun of us glamping to getting one himself in just a few months. Don't hang out with us. I know, right? I was just like, that was a big leap. Like, geez Louise. That looks awesome, though. That looked pretty neat.
They are cool. It's just a lot of work.
Yeah, it is.
Kind of like buying a boat.
Maintenance. And we wouldn't even have anything that could pull it. Like,
that's also true.
Yeah, we don't have a.
Well, I mean, depending on the size, we get like a little bitty one. Your Escape could do it.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't.
I figure an Escape could do it. I don't know if my Escape. An Escape in good condition can do it, but not my car.
Definitely have to route it out.
Yeah, that's right.
Flatland.
I don't trust mine anymore at all. So. Beth said Joe and Rachel had a pop-up and decided to get a bigger one set up isn't that long. That's cool. It was awesome. Just amazing. Aaron said I just recently started washing all of our clothes towels together. Such a life changer. I mean, what's the difference? Look, if you're not running a bed and breakfast, why does it matter how white your towels are? That is my literal, honest to goodness.
Same way about the kitchen when you're finished.
No.
If you're not running a bed and breakfast,
no.
Sometimes a plate can be left in the sink.
Okay, you guys. Sometimes a plate or the stovetop that he went and showed you guys. They're not the same thing. You always downplay the extent of the ruins in which you leave the kitchen.
Our levels of things.
That's all I'm saying.
I just love your dichotomy.
That's all I'm saying.
It's amazing. I love it.
Let's see. Latanya said, I stopped doing my husband's laundry when I noticed he would rumble through all the clothes I took the time to fold. You leave your clothes sitting in a pile. And you're like, is that the clean pile or the dirty pile?
I gotta get in the mood.
I would never. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. So you didn't let me finish my sentence.
Oh, okay.
Richard doesn't fold his clothes as soon as they come out of the dryer, which is what I do. Like, for instance, I only fold warm clothes. Richard had to put some stuff in the dryer, but my clothes were in the dryer. He said, what do you want me to do with these? I said, literally put them in a basket right next to the dryer, because when you're done, I'm going to put my clothes back in the dryer, turn it on for a little bit so that I could take them out and fold them. Like, I only fold warm clothes. If they're like, there's been situations where I've taken clothes out of the dryer, put them in a basket. They've sat there for so long that I just put them right back in the washer. And I was like, I've got to do this whole thing again because I'm not drying these, or I'm not folding these dry, crinkly clothes.
How you like, just explain things. It's quite amazing. You take so much time in other places, but straight to the point in certain.
Yeah.
Washing clothes, don't care, throw it all there together.
But that's because I don't have anything. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I'm particular about certain things. The kitchen is one of them. You know,
I love that about you.
Do you though?
Yes. You just hate my particular.
No, I hate that you're not particular about anything. That is the problem. No, nothing that nothing that I know about, or not, like you're particular about making the bed, but it's not like you make the bed and then I go in and do bed angels on it every day to undo it. You know?
You would do that?
No, I wouldn't. I would leave it the way that you kept it. Whereas the kitchen, you undo my work every single day.
If only we didn't have to eat.
No, because once again, he thinks that a messy kitchen is just the price you pay for eating, which it's not. You have control of how clean.
A messy kitchen and clean it as soon as you're finished cooking. I was like, I'm an eating first type of person.
See, that's what I'm saying. We're just different in that way.
I cook, I eat, then I get them to cook.
The next day.
Well, I mean, most time I cook at night. If I cooked at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, then maybe. But you eat too early. See, me, growing up in my household, we only ate at like 7, 8 o'clock at night, and growing up in like my parents and them. So
my parents and them.
My brothers and sisters.
My parents and them.
I call them. When you have multiple brothers and sisters, you're like, they them.
Oh my gosh. Melanie's here. Says, good morning, Autumn and Richard.
But no, I had like a whole household, you know, to organize, like dishes, clean the steps, do the chores, clean the bathroom, do the yard. Like, no, we were chores. I think that's why my parents had so many kids. So just like, y'all gonna do everything on your own.
So now you guys can clean the shrimp.
Exactly.
That's what I was watching Diner Driving the Dives. And a woman, like a restaurant owner, she was like, I used to clean the shrimp when I was little, when I was a kid. That was my job. So that's why I had kids, so they could clean the shrimp. And I was
it's like farm life.
You had kids so that they can clean the shrimp? That's a very direct purpose.
It's like farm life, where you just have as many as you can so they can till the yard and
Cece said, did an extreme workout this morning. I hate it when my Fitbit battery runs out. That's all on you, okay? You have no one to blame but yourself. Because you should have charged it. Oh, I'm just sorry. But it does suck, but it's also fully within your control. So, you know, I agree. It does suck.
Sometimes you just have brain farts.
And then that's what happens.
I'm with you, CC.
Lisa said, LOL, Richard's face about Autumn's laundry logic. I know his eyes did get quite wide there. Tony sorts the laundry in white-ish in colors.
In my household, my mom was just, her hair
I do it all together.
You don't know how hard she stressed. Color. Well, see, you don't have any whites though, so that does make sense. Whites don't think you need bleach for. But even though they make Clorox 2, which for colors, which I was like, I don't trust it. Okay, like I don't know, I just don't trust it. But now everything's oxy. You want to oxidate all your stuff.
Shelly said it's tough when you've been doing things by yourself so long. I'm the same way, very specific about certain things. Clutter drives me batty if it sits more than one day. See, that's the problem. Look at this. Clearly, clutter don't drive me batty because this stuff has been here.
A particular type of clutter drives
type of
clutter. That's my paradox. Welcome to my paradox.
Clutter in the kitchen.
This is fine. For weeks at a time.
Yeah. But boy, that stovetop better be clean immediately.
Weeks at a time.
Yes. So that's how I'm, I get it.
I love you.
Chris said Miriam and I do everything except mowing the lawn. Miriam has only done that twice. Well, we have such a
huge money saver.
But I'm just saying, like, I could also do it too. Like, I could mow the lawn.
Wrestling you for it.
If you want to mow the lawn, no, I like that you mow the lawn. I am physically capable of mowing the lawn, but
I love how you preface that.
Yeah, so
I'm physically possible of doing it.
Yes.
Never gonna volunteer.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
This is my first time hearing that.
What you think I did before you lived here?
Pay your cousin.
I did pay him, but I wouldn't have been able to do that this year anyways. It was so expensive.
So cute.
My boy said, I'm the same about the stovetop. I mean, that's just how it is.
Well, also, you have those flat glass stuff. Also, I've never had a glass stovetop. All our stovetops have been open flame. So it's
I've never had gas.
I can only imagine how much stuff
is falling into that gas.
What's that?
Like,
I mean, you clean it once every other week or something like that. Not that much, but like whenever you saute, whenever I do this movement on a flat top
splatter gets everywhere.
No, it marks up the glass. Like I don't even have to. I'm just moving the skillet back and forth, and the bottom turns black and brown. I'm not splattering stuff. Girl,
you do splatter oil. There's oil splatter.
When you cooking stuff, yes. But when I'm sauteing, no. You need to go. All right, cooking lesson. We gotta go to cooking lesson. You ain't never watched me cook before, apparently. We need to come watch me cook. Chris
said, my dad says wrestle just like Richard. I did hear him say wrestle, and I was like, I'm gonna move past that, but it did bring me a fair amount of joy.
Well, I say wrestle. I say wrestle, but wrestle sounds funny.
But you said wrestling. You're like, I'm not wrestling you for it.
Because it sounds funnier. I mean, wrestle. Let's wrestle.
Oh my gosh. Dana says only 5 likes. People get to smashing that like button. You're right. Thank you so much, Dana, for the reminder.
Thank you, Dana.
Cece said, I sign laundry day in my household. A lot of grown folks here. Yeah, I mean, there's only 2 of us, and we.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah. That's why you have children.
Rashana said, team lawn service. I know, right? We used to, but I have a riding mower, and it is a huge time saver. Saves about $1,000 a season. So yeah, it was a lot.
Basically.
Yes.
And I don't mind. I did a lot of cutting grass growing up. I never had the riding mower though. That was unique.
Mom said, Keto Dana, I agree. Smash the like button. You and I are today's live's favorite. First of all, I didn't say Dana was live favorite. Second of all, you can't just co-opt the live favorite with another person. Oh my gosh.
You're so silly.
Tanya said, Chris, I'm from the north, and I was shocked the first time wrestle. Oh yeah, we say wrestle.
Every region has the colloquialisms.
Oh my gosh.
It's like no matter where you're from, you say something Cynthia no one else says.
Get Richard some wipes. I trained my family to use wipes everywhere. That's a good idea. Like stovetop wipes. Like as soon as you're done, just while the oil is still hot, just wipe the stove.
See, but I've tried that, and the black still.
Well, the black is gonna. No.
Friction you do.
The black dust is going to be there until you put the heavy duty cleaner on it.
Yeah,
that's not even my problem. Like my problem is like the splatter and the things left on the stove.
It does make the stove look bad when you have all that just swing the back and forth. I've noticed that a lot. I'm like, man, I don't even be trying.
I don't even be trying, but it does do that.
And when you cook, you gonna shake the pan, okay? I'm just saying.
Cece says, "Oh wow, you have a riding mower? Yeah, that's because we have 1.5 acres of land, and so we've got to have a riding mower. Yeah,
that's a necessity. So, this is the first time I've ever used one because we always had push mowers growing up, and we were just, of course, we never had the
the yard wasn't that big. I mean, I grew up with a push mower. I grew up with a push mower at my granny's house, and I didn't. A riding lawnmower was one of the first investments I made when I bought this house. Therefore, it's coming up on, it's over 10 years old. Like, I don't know how long riding lawnmowers are supposed to last, but yeah, I mean, I bought that as soon as I got this house because it's just the cost of owning a home. They never tell you.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Chores have been part of my life.
Shelly said, did you guys see my Keto Chow makings on Facebook? I did it specifically for grab and go. I got called into work and left it at home. I have to drink it later. Can't wait to try all of them. See, grab and go only works if you remember to grab it before you go.
But it's Keto Chow, so you have to let it chill.
It could just sit there, yeah.
You can't just grab and go. You have to grab, chill,
and go. I feel it. I feel that. So I am making some more keto chows today.
Do you know the flavor?
No, I don't even know where the flavor packs are.
But one's pistachio.
I was gonna say one has to be pistachio because I think that's the only ones we have left. I don't even know what the rest of them are. But you guys, I told you the gelatin is a game changer. Like I'm only ever making keto chow again with gelatin. Like it was just amazing.
I'm glad to hear that.
I'm happy about that. Yes, exactly. JJ said you guys definitely woke me up this morning. I mean, Chore talk.
Good morning.
Always works early in the morning. So Cece said, I like the wipes idea. Me too. I'm going to have to look for those in the store. Like
they make stove wipes? I mean, that has to be some industrial stuff.
Yeah.
It can't be like just your hands.
Mom said wrestle. It reminds me of Beverly Hillbillies. I know, right? Cece said, Richard, I think our parents went to the same parenting school. Tanya said, Richard, it is so true, but when you never lived or spent a long time in a region, it's such a shock when you hear it. 16 years in Georgia, and it's no longer a shock. Yeah, that would be crazy. My eyes got wide the first time that my old boss at my old job referred to a yard sale as a tag sale. Like I had heard garage sale, but she was like, oh yeah, we have tag sales all the time. And I was just like, literally what? Tag sale? And I was just like a yard sale? And I mean, she was like, yeah, you just put tags on stuff and you sell it. And I was just like, oh no, but you do that in your yard. So that's why it's a yard sale. So, I mean, there are just some things that people have said before that I've never heard that does surprise me.
Well, I completely agree with that. Like when I went to EKU, there were people there.
Eastern Kentucky University.
Eastern Kentucky University, my alma mater. But there were people in the school that would be like, are you from Kentucky? Like, where are you from? New York?
Yeah, exactly. Louisville is such exactly.
Well, they would hear my language, the way I'm speaking.
Yeah, your accent and dialect.
You sound not like you from.
People tell me all the time that I don't sound like I have an accent. It's due to my singing background.
But then you go somewhere else.
And they're like, oh, you country. Yeah. When I moved to Minneapolis, when I moved to Minneapolis, they were like, say meeting. And I was just like, meet? Like, are y'all going to the meeting? And then they were just like, say it. Like, you don't ever put a G on anything. I was like, are you going to the meeting? Like, I would just never say that. I was like, are y'all going to the meeting? And then I say, y'all, like, I mean, just normal. Cece said, my husband cooks his you-know-what off, but he ain't going to clean nothing. I cook and clean as I go. No, I mean... Well, that's kind of we both share the responsibility. I cook and clean as I go. So Richard rarely has to clean up a surface after me, but he does do my dishes sometimes, which I'm very appreciative of. Never expected, but always appreciative. If he left my dishes in the sink for weeks at a time, I wouldn't complain because those are my dishes and those are my responsibility to clean, But sometimes I'd be trying to do his dishes as well, but also he leaves food in his side of the sink and I'm like, I can't touch it. So it just depends. Sometimes, yes, you do.
In the drain? Yeah. If it runs, they should take the drain.
No. Whoa. Lisa said, Richard, Tony wants to know if you have a conventional or zero steer mower. Oh, we have a conventional lawnmower. Conventional. Our neighbors who built the farm, they have a 0 turn radius mower, and Richard is so jealous every time he busts that thing out. He's like, he don't even know how to use that. Look at him just riding back and forth and turning.
I didn't say any of those.
Yes, things. You do. Yes, you do.
We need to videotape this house.
Every time that man takes out that 0 turn radius lawnmower, he gets so mad.
Because he sat there and literally looked like he didn't. They were all looking at the machine like they didn't know what they were doing. As it wasn't like you say that like I'm like,
no, you're just jealous.
I just don't know how to. It's not jealousy. I'm saying I know why we're just a lawnmower. Oh my gosh.
Cece says, does the gelatin make it like pudding? The amount of gelatin I put in makes it like a thick milkshake. It does not make it like pudding. So let me go get it real quick. Because Melanie also asked what brand.
Go get your super thick keto chow milkshake.
No, I'm getting the gelatin.
Oh, the gelatin. Ooh. Well, while you're in there, I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to say that. It sounded funny. Good morning, everyone.
Okay, guys. So this is literally just great value unflavored gelatin, which is crazy because we must have just got this on the one time we went to Walmart. But I just get the little Jello packets. Now, Chris uses like beef gelatin that you could probably buy in bulk in a bag or something. But this is just the regular old unflavored gelatin in the Jello, in the baking section where the rest of the Jello and the pudding is. I like it because I make my keto chows 2 at a time, and this packet is enough for 2 keto chows. So I just split it, so
that's convenient.
Yeah. So I use this half a packet's worth of keto chow worth of gelatin. Yeah. Oh yeah. There's multiple packets. And this whole thing was only like 97 cents. So gelatin is really cheap. But I've come to realize that there are about 2 teaspoons of gelatin per pack. So I use a teaspoon per keto chow. So I can use this whole, half a pack
I love that.
per shake. And it turns it into a thick,
much more thicker.
Yeah, thicker. And that's really just what I wanted. Like, I don't even need to put it in the freezer anymore.
Wow.
Because, the only thing I wanted was for it to be thicker. So if you just mix that in, you got to let it bloom in a little ramekin of water. That's what I do. I put 2 ounces of water in a ramekin. Then I sprinkle the gelatin on top, and it just starts to gelatinize.
That makes sense.
And then I put everything in a blender, and then I put the gelatin in there, the rest of the water, the keto chow, mix it up. And then it doesn't really look too much thicker when you're pouring it into your, into your bottle, into your shaker bottle. But boy, put that in the refrigerator and it says right on, you know what I'm saying?
Nope, not a clue.
No? Okay. All right. But yeah, so I really, really like it. So TC said keto chow and hamburgers this week. That's great. So let's see. JJ said, Richard, you just jealous of a lawnmower. I mean, he is. He would never.
That even makes sense.
CC said, I prefer beef gelatin. Yeah, because this is just like pig gelatin, isn't it? You can use whatever gelatin you want, but basically it boils down to a teaspoon, we'll get it to the consistency that I like, which was super thick. It was just like, oh, this is thick. I mean, almost gloopy. I like gloopy things, you guys. So, but you do. But it was still easy enough to drink.
As long as it's not fruit.
Without a straw. Exactly. So I could dump the shaker bottle, or it could go through a straw. But either way, I didn't want it to be like where I had to hit the bottom like ketchup or something. It wasn't that thick. So that was good. So, Rashana says, I like beef gelatin. How do you bloom? It's super easy. You just get, for some reason, ramekins make more sense to me because they have a larger surface area. Like if you just got a regular cup and put, the gelatin in there, the surface area is not as, wide.
You can't breathe.
Yeah. So I don't even know if it does need to breathe or anything, but for me, I just get like my little glass ramekin and I put like 2 ounces of water in it. And then you just sprinkle the gelatin on top, I try to spread it out. Once again, my OCD, I try to spread it out as evenly over the surface of the water, of the water. And you just let it sit there for 1 or 2 minutes. And then it basically the gelatin eats the water and it turns it into a jello-y goo, Yay. And then when you dump that goo, you dump that goo back into the keto chow. But when you put the hot water in it, that's what loosens it back up to help it distribute all through your beverage. Nice. So, yes.
Melanie nailed your taste buds right there.
Yes. What did she say?
Those are the 2 things you love.
What?
Gloopy and burnt.
Yeah.
That's literally her 2 favorite tastes. Which is every chef's worst taste.
Susie said, Chris, can I use coffee as part of my liquid? Yes. I've heard people use coffee, almond milk, like nut milks, anything like that. I'll probably try, I'll probably try like nut milk some, but the water in the gelatin works just fine, so I like it. Dee said beef gelatin is much more expensive. I don't get how it's better than the pork version. Yeah. Is it how? Pork? Yeah. Generally unflavored gelatin is bovine, is pork gelatin, even though they don't put it on there. Yeah. Usually things specifically say that they are beef gelatin if that is the case.
And otherwise it's pork.
Otherwise it's pork gelatin. Yeah, exactly. So TC says the protein powder I use with my keto chow base has fiber, so I have to add more liquid so it's drinkable. Yeah. See?
Smart.
Everybody just makes it on.
Smart, TC. That's a smart
CC
move.
said just warm whatever liquid you use. Yes, that is what I would recommend.
Even if it's heavy cream?
No. So the heavy,
there we go.
So the fat that you use doesn't necessarily have to be warm. However, if it's butter, it should be melted, of course. But then when you add in the keto chow powder, whatever liquid you're then using to bulk it up should be warm, to help everything dissolve better, So yes, it shouldn't be boiling. But it should be I've had really good luck with just tap hot water. So, because I was wondering does it need to be hotter to make sure everything dissolves? But no, tap hot water in a blender does pretty well. Don't forget, while we're having all this keto chow talk, if you want 10% off of your keto chow order, You can use the link in the description of this video.
And the flavors.
Yes.
The flavors are everywhere.
Yeah, and I would definitely recommend starting with a bundle. See, for me, I feel like I would start with the gourmet bundle because like things like strawberry in the classic flavor bundle, I'm like, I already know I'm not digging with you, strawberry. You know, chocolate, vanilla. See, those are just kind of plain for me. Where like I want to go with the fancy flavors.
Go with the regular because that's where the fruit party's at. The fruit party is at. The fruit party.
Lisa said, "You're right, Richard. Chef's worst nightmare, gloopy and burnt." I mean, not together. Not together.
I think
and I'm not saying I like burnt. I like charred and or cooked all the way through. Okay. How about that? Cash me outside. Okay.
AKA burnt.
No, exactly. We were talking when we went to go get his fingerprints. The lady, we were talking about steak because I was talking about the keto diet because I had on my hashtag wax swag and I had watch out on keto all down the sleeve right here. She was like, "What is that? Watch out on keto." I was like, "Yeah, it's my YouTube channel all about the keto diet." She goes, I can't do the keto diet. I can't give up my bread and blah. I was like, okay. Yeah. And she was like, "But that sounds like my husband, like he loves his steak and his bacon and his butter." And I was like, that is the diet pretty much, She said, "Yeah, but we can't eat steak together because he likes his steak, the rarer the better, like just the smallest amount of heat you can get on it possible." I was like, that's literally my husband. And I was just like, yeah, but he always weeps when he has to cook mine all the way through. And she was like, that's why. She's like, my husband's the same way. He's like, I just won't cook it. I won't make it that done. And I was like, yeah, my husband, he doesn't like it, but he does it.
So. I just look up at the sky. I think it's done. Give it 5 more minutes.
Yeah, exactly. He just can't even pay attention.
It's like 5 more minutes and the burgers will be done.
Oh, TC says definitely use the link and set up an account for reward points from Keto Chow. See, now TC, you are the live favorite today. Those are great actions to take on both accounts. Because see,
with the win.
You're helping both me and yourself by utilizing that link, but then you just straight up helping yourself when you set up for an rewards account and you collecting your own points. You know what I'm saying? So that's awesome.
It's very smart.
Beth says, has anyone tried Charlie and the peanut butter factory poppers? A Facebook ad got me yesterday. Mine are on the way. I've never heard of those, but I can tell you this, now that I've set them into the computer, I'll be seeing ads myself. So I look forward to them and seeing what they are. So yes, absolutely.
No, they sound interesting. Just like little peanut butter poppers.
Yeah. Never heard of them. You guys, I read from your comments yesterday that my weight got cut off, which is just so funny. But oddly enough, it was not a gain or loss. It was the exact same. So I was just a little upset about that because I had eaten my regular meal prep. The day before, on October 1st, it was snack day, which caused a 5-pound gain, right? But then I figured if I would have gone back to just eating literally half of that with my regular meal prep, I would have lost something, but I didn't. I didn't lose anything, I know, right? But, no number 2s, no exercise, no, so I'm just like, but
ordinary stuff.
To me, I was even more perturbed today because yesterday was a fasting day and I fasted all day yesterday. I was even more perturbed when I stepped on the scale today and weighed 176.0. That's a loss of 1.6. Especially after them 5 miles that me and my mom walked yesterday and not consuming any calories whatsoever. I was just like, you only gonna let me lose 1.6 of these pounds? Especially knowing on a day like today, with like no regrets. But today's gonna be an over-calorie day too because of all the content that I'm making, So I'm probably gonna hop back up tomorrow, eat, as well. But that's okay because I got the rest of the month to eat on plan. I got plus, weight is not a factor of doing anything right or wrong. Yesterday, I did everything right by fasting and drinking water and doing that. So it is just going to be what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't think the WAC fam knows that.
Yes, Joe Ray says, is it almost that time of the month? I have checked. I usually keep track of that from my birth control. And I'm just like, I have checked.
So usually?
Yeah. I mean, I was like,
knowing you
during these set of pills is normally, so I was like, maybe my lady times is coming up because why would you be keeping all that weight, but it just,
You track everything. So
I do. I have an app as well. You're right.
Sure.
I do use an app. So yes. yes, is definitely hormonal as well. So that is what it is. So.
We got this.
Yes. Tanya said, but how do you feel? I feel good. I know, right? Like I feel like better after fasting. I really just I do love fasting. Yeah.
She's feeling her best life.
Yes. So my body feels great, and I hadn't, overeaten in a couple of days. And so that does make me feel better. Awesome. I was telling my mom, I'm not, prayers up, do not, I'm not putting this in the universe at all, but I've been feeling my stomach having some of the same issues that I had before my surgery. And so, the last time I overate, which was one of those days, which was October 1st or something like that, when I just had a lot of food, or maybe it was one of the days in September.
It was after the Palooza.
Okay. It was after, yeah. Like my stomach hurt so bad, but it wasn't just like a super stuffed, I ate so much. It was like, this is that same pain that I started to feel, like that pressure and pain that I started to feel in my intestine before it was time for me to have surgery. I've kind of been feeling some of those over the past couple of weeks when I have overeaten.
I was just going to say, was it related to strictly overeating?
Yes, it's related to strictly overeating. It's not every time I eat, which is good because before my surgery, it was every time I ate, This time it's just when there's a particularly large amount of food. Also, you remember, like I said, I felt like things aren't moving through my system as quickly as they used to. So I think I'm going to, try like not a stool softener, but, maybe like the magnesium and things like that to keep things softer and or moving. But
try those enzymes
enzymes a little more regularly. Yes. But I am going to make an appointment with my gastroenterologist, but not till next year, not till after the holidays. I usually only see her once every 6 months anyway. So I'm feeling, fine enough, but I'm just like, oh, I don't like that, so something to think about. Keto Dennis says, do you clean fast or dirty fast? I don't know what that means, but I think I clean fast because I don't consume anything. So, my last couple of, so that might make it dirty. You're right. But I don't even think I had that yesterday. I think yesterday, all I had was water. Yep. So maybe that would make it dirty, but sometimes I have a couple of diet sodas on my fasting day, and that's about it. Now, these last 2 days of the week when I was fasting, I ended up having like bulletproof coffee. So it was more of like a fat fast because I didn't really consume I had like maybe 2 net carbs for the whole day, but it's still
for the most
calories.
Part, you dirty fast.
Yes.
And yesterday you clean fast.
I guess. So I guess it would be dirty fast. Stacey said, I was just about to ask about your follow-up with your gastroenterologist. Yeah, I don't have one of those scheduled for a couple of months, but I'll be fine up until then. And then of course, if I'm not, there's people that I can go to.
Exactly.
Aaron said, I was wondering if you were still having stomach issues. Haven't heard you talk about it lately. I hope everything is okay. Me too. Like I said, I feel fine enough. It's just because after my surgery, like I said, I ate and I just didn't even think about my stomach. I didn't think about digestion. I didn't think about it because I didn't feel it. Yeah, because it felt so normal. So now when I'm starting to be like, that's something to think about. So Rashana said dirty fast is coffee with cream, diet soda, bang drinks, Gatorade. Well then yes, I do the dirts. I do the dirty.
You're alternating.
Tanya said, does spicy food affect your Crohn's? No, spicy food doesn't affect it as much as dairy. Like I really get the biggest pain when I have lots of cheese and ice cream, which, part of me is like, that's just going to be my life because I don't see myself not eating ice cream. But, I just have to do it in smarter ways that don't cause as much pain. But the spicy food doesn't exacerbate it. But I can directly link, I just ate a pound of, a pint of Rebel and it hurt so bad. So,
wow.
Keto Data says Southern Christy Davis has a video on dirty fasting. I have to look at it, but it sounds like that's what I do. So Cynthia said MCT oil can cause a blowout. I know, right? I don't want that, but I think I can. But I think I can control it more with magnesium and stuff like that.
You just need to stay home for a day.
TC said, lactose intolerance. Yeah, it's a little bit of that. I know it is, but then also when you have 8 ounces of cheese a day and a pint of ice cream, nobody's body is meant to take that much lactose, no matter how much tolerant or intolerant you are to it. It's just I'll be over cheesing. I'm just saying my Cello whisks are cheese, my cheese sticks are cheese. If I have taco tray, I have cheese on that and sour cream. There's just tons of dairy sprinkled out in my life. Anyway, maybe that's what I'll give up at the end of the month. That is exactly what I'm going to give up at the end of the month. Crap, that means I got to do 100 squats today, because today I am participating in, what's her name, you guys? Everybody tell me her name. Her her October challenge, where you do a different thing each week, and her challenge this week, Nicole Burgess.
Yes.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Melanie.
And this week it is 100. Yes, Jory said Nicole Burgess. I didn't have zip files to get off of the computer. Like it's like you've done enough.
Somebody else is saying. I think
it is buffering. Give me a thumbs up when it is back.
I stopped it the last time you
thumbs up. I think we just had to quit last time because we had to get to our meeting anyway. So hopefully it can come back. Right. Thumbs up. Okay, good. See, thank you. Joe Ray says, have you reset your router yet? Of course I haven't, Joe Ray. Thank you for the reminder. So TC said, try a week of dairy free. Yeah, I've already committed. That's what I'm going to do. She said at the end of this month, the last challenge is give up something for a week. Mm-hmm. And I think giving up dairy would be a good, that's a good challenge.
I think I'll give up weightlifting for 1 week. Just one.
Why does he always do this, you guys? Talk about these imaginary weights that he ain't ever going to lift anyway. That's all I'm saying. Shelly says, work calls. Have a great Sunday, Wack Fam. Bye. I know, right? Chris said, did Richard update the router firmware? Chris, I resent the fact that you think that Richard needs to be the one to update the router firmware. I am fully capable of doing that myself. Chris. Have I updated the router firmware?
You just stepped in there, Chris.
But no, that's what needs to happen. We probably need to log into the little Netgear router and update the firmware. So, but we got to get to the store, you guys. So have a great day, everyone. We will be talking to you tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Bye.